Hi everyone, welcome back to the Transport Manager Coach top tips and tricks. Today's a bit of a storytelling time, so apologies if you can get bored, but there's a real good reason behind it and the reason why I'm going through it. And it's a true story as well, so it's not made up at all whatsoever. It's actually from one of our members, part of the Transport Manager Coach, powered by To Be Compliant. So a bit of a background. The person that is dealing with the client, basically the client had to go for a public inquiry. Lost. They were going to lose their business, lose their operator license, and if it wasn't for us and helping them with their compliance, that they wouldn't have got where they are today. So our guy went in there, got them compliant. They had no systems in place whatsoever, and we put schedules for their vehicles, maintenance providers, contracts in place. We had documentation, driver files, vehicle files, driver handbooks, policy procedures, risk assessments, all of that. Okay, I'm not teaching anyone to suck eggs, but I'm just saying how where they were and where they are now and what we had to do to get them in a good position. So, cut long story short, gone through the public inquiry, slap on the wrist. They were going to lose their license, but our guy actually managed to get them through. Spent lots of hours, lots of times, lots of days on site getting them where they need to be. They even got them back their O license and actually had an increase on their margin as well. So it just shows how well our guy did to get them from where they were to where they are now. And because of the operator being so used to him going on site pretty much every day to keep them on track and implement things and get them where they need to be, now they are now actually questioning why have they got him on paying him his money and why don't they see him as much and all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a reason behind it of this top tip is even knowing you're doing a great job and even knowing you're getting people through where they need to be, they may not see what you're doing. They may not actually understand what you're doing in the background. So we're partnered with remote downloading company, and yourselves being part of this Transport Manager Coach, you actually have access to that. So if you're interested, give me a shout in that. But because we implemented the remote downloading, he was able to start actually doing the downloading, the reports, checking data analysis on a daily basis from home. But they don't see that. Where he was going in, he was downloading their driver cards weekly and going through it that way. So the moral of the story is to keep track of what you do, write it down, have an assurance tracker, have a weekly update to your operator, your client, whether you're doing a compliance package, whether you're doing an operator license, transport management work. Just please make sure you keep a track record of what you do and have a bit of a regimental tick list that you go in every single week and go through, because even though you might be doing an amazing job, but they don't see it. All they see is money, and they see, right, compliance isn't really making us money, even though we all know compliance does. Without us, they wouldn't have a business, but they don't see that we're not generating jobs, we're not generating money, we're actually costing them money, but in the long run, we're saving it, but they don't see it. So please, if the only thing you get out of this story, and I'm trying to keep it short and sweet for you, is keep tabs of everything you do when you turn up on site, whether you're doing something from home. I've got a tracker that I use. If anyone's interested, feel free to give me a shout. But we do have a lot of content in the resources section that's completely free of charge. I know everyone's new to this group. I know everyone's not 100% certain of what to do, but please skim through, go to the school classroom section, go into the tools and resources, and you'll see that there's lots and lots of different modules with loads of free content on there. But yes, so more of the story of this, because I'll shut up now, is basically keep tabs of what you do when you're doing a site visit, even if it's a phone call. Keep tabs of that on some sort of tracker, and give them a weekly update to evidence what you're doing as a transport manager on the O license, and it also generates an email chain. So if you ever have to go to a public inquiry, you can also present what you do on a weekly basis. My assurance tracker is pretty much like a wall planner that you would with your fleet of vehicles, and each day has each week has sections that I go through. I tick them off. I put a timestamp and comment against it, so I could go in and present a whole year's worth of what I do on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. If anyone wants additional training on that, give me a shout and I can steer you through. But yeah, so thank you for listening to this. I hope I've not blabbed on too much, and I hope you've understood the moral of the story of what I'm saying. But yeah, keep going. You're all going to absolutely smash it, and don't be afraid to reach out. So have a lovely day. It's Friday. The sun has finally come out. I've going to get my shorts on. So have a great day. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe and stay compliant. Thank you.